Okay, good day, class. So today we are going to tackle about technology as a way of revealing. So when we hear the word technology, we usually think, of course, gadgets, phones, laptops, and other machines. But today we will go deeper than that. We will study technology based on the ideas of the philosopher named Martin Heidegger. According to him, technology is not just a tool. So it is a way of revealing or showing truth about the world. So here are the objectives of our lesson for today. So I have here two questions for you class. So what is technology for you? So of course, technology for us is it is something that makes our work easier. And also, technology, when we talk about it, it's um it simply talks about our phones, the gadgets, and our computers. And also technology helps us solve our own problems. And technology changed the world on how we see the world. Of course, yes, because it helps us discover new things and also it makes our life faster and easier. Sometimes it makes us depend too much on machines. Hindi natin yan maipagkakaila class. Next, we are going to tackle about on how to understand common views in technology. So, sa inyo class, how can you define technology? So, most people define technology sa apat na paraan. Una dyan is, it is the application of scientific knowledge. Pangalawa, ito ay isang tool. Pangatlo, it is a means to an end. And pang-apat, it is a human activity. But according to Heidegger, he says that these are correct. Tama ang mga ito. But incomplete sila. Because according to him, they only show the surface of what technology really is. So now, let us explore the deeper meaning of it. So, bago natin talakayin kung ano nga ba ang technology as a way of revealing, of course, aalamin muna natin kung sino nga ba si Martin Heidegger. So, si Martin Heidegger, he was a German philosopher whose work was central to the development of una dyan, yung phenomenology, hermeneutics, and the existentialisms. And also, Martin Heidegger is best known for his seminal essay, The Questions Concerning Technology in 1954, that criticizes technology because of its limiting nature that prevents further understanding of its trueness. So, ano nga ba ang technology as a way of revealing? So according to Heidegger, he explains that technology is a way of revealing. This means it helps bring out what is hidden in the nature. So like for example, yung wood, magiging upuan siya. And then yung minerals, magiging cellphone. So in this, technology allows something to come into presence. So ang katotohanan, sa Greek word which is called aletheia, ang ibig sabihin niyan is unconcealment. Ibig sabihin ng unconcealment is bringing truth into the open. So, to understand that, Heidegger or Heidegger uses Aristotle's four causes. So, yung four causes ni Aristotle dyan is, una dyan is yung material cause. Like for example, yung makikita ninyo dito sa picture, yung table. So, paano nga ba ginawa itong table? So, yun yung gustong ipahiwatig ni Martin Heidegger. So, kaya ginamit niya yung four causes ni Aristotle. So, saan gawa ang table? Of course, material cause, what is it made of? So, ang table is gawa sa wood. Sorry for that. And then, Formal cause is, ang tinutukoy niya dito is yung design or the shape. Kung ano yung gusto nilang design or shape ng table. And of course, yung final cause is ano ba yung purpose ng table? Of course, it is for dining. Hindi lang for dining, maraming purpose ang table. And lastly, we have the efficient cause or the maker na kung saan dito na ginagamitan ng technology para mabuo yung table. So, all of this work together to bring something into existence. So, this process, it is not just making, hindi lang sa paggawa, kundi it is revealing on how to make that table. Dahil para kay Hoodiger, technology is a way of revealing kasi pinapakita nito sa atin ang mundo at kung ano ang pwede nating gawin sa mga bagay. Next, tatalakayin naman natin kung ano naman ang differences ng bringing forth or the poesis and the thesis. So, unahin natin si poesis or otherwise known as the bringing forth. So, when something comes into existence, tinatawag natin yang bringing forth. So, in poesis here, makikita niyo dyan, sir, class. It is a human creations or the arts or the craft na ginawa ng human being. So, in simple terms, poesis, it refers to the concept or idea of creation. So, ito yung moment na may nililikha ka or may nire-reveal na something into existence. So, on the other hand, ang bringing forth kasi, ang relationship dito kay poesis is ito yung process or paraan kung paano nangyayari ang poesis. So, it is natural and gentle way something comes into being without force or control. So, for example na lang, when an artist creates a painting, so the poesis is ito yung finished art, finished product, or ibig sabihin, the art of creation. While yung bringing forth naman, ito yung step-by-step process of the painting allows the artist to gradually emerge. So, physis here, it is the natural growth or ito yung nature. Like, for example, yung plants and animals. So, the key differences between poesis, it is lies in how creation happens. Poesis, it's the creation or bringing something into existence, which can involve either human effort or natural processes. So in contrast, without human control in terms of the relationship, physis is actually a type of poesis because nature also brings into being. However, the main differences between these two is that in physis, this process happens on its own, not through human intervention or effort. So, hope na nakuha nyo yung differences doon dalawa because this poesis and physis both involves a process where something hidden become visible. Now, let us going to tackle naman kung ano naman ang pagkakaiba ni traditional at modern technology. But we are going to tackle first si traditional technology. So, si traditional technology, it works with nature. For example na lang dyan, yung makikita niyo dyan sa picture is yung windmill. So, bakit? Paano siya nag-work sa nature? Of course, yung windmill uses natural wind para gumana siya. So, that is why modern technology, I'm sorry class. So, that is why traditional technology works with nature. While modern technology challenges the nature or otherwise known as challenging force. Like for example, the dam here forces rivers to produce energy. So, anya ba gaminti pinagkaiba na dayto nga duwa? So, the key differences between traditional and modern is the traditional, it works with nature, take note class, and the modern, it challenge the nature or otherwise known as challenging forth. So, tinalakay natin kanina yung ibig sabihin ng bringing forth. So, anya mo't iti relation dagiti nga duwa. So, the differences between or the relation between bringing forth and challenging forth is in how they deal with the nature. Kasi si bringing forth, sabi natin kanina, it is a gentle and natural process where things are allowed to emerge in a cooperative way. Parang hinahayaan lang mangyari in harmony with nature. So on the other hand naman, the challenging forth is more forceful and controlling, where nature is treated as something to be used for human purposes. So, in short, bringing forth respects the nature, while challenging forth controls and uses it. Next, tatalakayin naman natin si Standing Reverse by Corsi Martin Heidegger. So in modern technology, everything is seen as something to be used. So that is called the standing reverse. Ibig sabihin yan, nature is treated as raw material. Ano pa? Things are valued only for their use. And of course, resources are saved for future use. For simple example nito class is, yung river is nakikita natin siya as energy. And yung forest is seen as lumber. And of course, we people are seen as workers or data. So, ibig sabihin ng standing reverse class is seeing everything in the world as resources we can use, not for their own sake. So that is why rivers become sources of energy, forests are seen as food, and even people as labor or data. So in short, everything is on standby for our use, which is why Heidegger called it best stand in German. And next, we have here also the enframing or what we call the gestal. So, ibig sabihin naman nito, the reason we think this way is because of enframing. Ito yung reason kung paano tayo mag-isip. Or enframing, ibig sabihin nito is a way of thinking, a mindset that focuses on control and efficiency, and of course, seeing everything is something to be used. And remember class that enframing is hindi siya machine. It is how our mind views the world. Now, let us differentiate standing reverse and enframing gestal. So, when we say standing reverse kasi class, it focuses on things. Kung ano yung it is about seeing everything as a resource ready for use. Like, gaya na lang ng in-example ko kanina. The river is seen as an energy. It is because the river is not a river itself. It's hydroelectric power. However, enframing naman class or otherwise known as gestal, it is focuses on how we think about the world. It's the mindset or framework that makes us see everything as standing reverse in the first place. So like for example, the way modern technology makes us naturally view nature, objects, and people as resources. So in simple way to remember, kung ano yung differences ng dalawa is, pag sinabi natin standing reverse class, the things are resources themselves. And in framing naman, the way of thinking that turns into standing reverse. Now we have here the role of humanity and the dangers of modern technology to humanity. So ano ba ang role of humanity? So before, noon, humans control technology. Kinokontrol pa ng human yung technology. But today, it seems like technology is controlling us. And hindi natin yun maipagkakaila kasi tama naman yun sa your class. Because nowadays kasi, we depend too much on gadget. Hindi nga tayo makakalabas minsan kung wala tayong dalang cellphone, di ba? And we follow the technology on what technology tells us to do. Gaya na lang ng paggamit madalas ng artificial intelligence in which inaapektuhan niya tayo. And because of this, humans are now part of the system of technology. So ano naman yung dangers nito? Of course, there are dangers if we are not careful. Mayroon tayong tatlo. Unang-una, we may forget other ways of understanding the world. We may forget deeper truth. And lastly, we may also see usefulness, not meaning. So, that is why ang technology, hindi lang siya isang machine or tinatawag nating machine, kundi it shapes how we think and understand reality. While it helps us discover and become progressive, it also limits our view if we only see things as resources. So, the challenge for us is this: to use technology wisely, of course, while still seeing the deeper meaning of the world around us. So, yan nagtatapos ang ating discussion today. So, hope you learned something.